up, chicks, dicks, and everything in between? I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Sapita.
And you're listening to Two Salty Broads, so get ready for our salty surprise.
And we've warmed Lindsay up because she just spelled chocolate wrong. So.
Listen, look at me.
I'm looking.
CHOCOLATE, chocolate. I know how to spell chocolate. I had a human moment. I panicked. Dan asked me how to spell chocolate, and I wasn't ready. And I said it with so much confidence. I just really hate that I spelled it, and then I said, boom, motherfucker, whatever I said.
The thing is, I didn't correct you either. So I'm just at fault. I didn't catch it.
It's fine, but it's not, because that was my kryptonite word when I was a kid. And apparently it's still a hump I'm fighting.
Yeah.
Here we are 20-something years later, and I'm still fighting the fucking chocolate. So it's all right. It's fine. That's not what we're here for.
No. Today we're talking about minor inconveniences, and that must be one of yours.
That felt like a minor
inconvenience.
It did. Being fucking blown up like that in front of everybody was minor inconvenience. It had a major impact on me.
Well, while you were misspelling chocolate,
yeah,
my computer turned off, so I had to return it back on. So
like it went to sleep?
Yeah, it went to sleep.
Fuck when it goes to sleep.
Dude, it's terrible.
But you have to let it go to sleep, because if you don't, it wears the battery out, and then that's
then you have to actually turn it off, right? You have to actually reboot it occasionally.
Yeah. Oh, can I tell you a story about my IT guy? Where I work, I love my IT guy. He's cool. Imagine a guy he's in his 40s. He probably really loves like Deftones and like AC/DC, and
like the Gen X homie.
The Gen X homie and Bud Lights on his family crest somewhere.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like the man, he was lit almost the entire time we had our in-person like working collaboration meeting. He was pretty drunk almost the whole time.
Was he allowed to be, or was that just off the books?
No, I mean, like, anytime he was buying his own alcohol, but anytime it was funded alcohol, he had fun. You know what I mean?
He funded.
He funded
himself.
He funded. Yeah. So anyway, he's cool. So I'll preface it with saying that he's really awesome. The only thing about him is he communicates like there's a message coming through, but like every third word is missing. He'll be like, need folder, like, which one? Well, what do you mean? And so I think I've turned a little, I love to piss him off because he's so short with his words. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, this is not going to work for me. So I'll do everything wrong. I am an IT person's worst nightmare. I am.
You know what? So am I, and I work in IT. So yeah.
Why are you going to do that to your own people? At least I'm like on the other team.
No, I test things out for them. And if it can be broken, chances are I will
quality
break it.
Control.
I am the final boss of quality control.
Or you're like the mole in Big Brother. Like
yeah, exactly.
You're like, it's an inside job. You're trying to make them all fucking quit.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes I feel like they've gotten close.
You're the worst. So
you're talking about how you're the worst. Continue.
Yeah, okay. I am. So he says, do you power cycle? I'm like, yeah, every Sunday. And he's like, oh, good. And I said, yeah, it's like a really hard class. And so then he's like, what are you talking about? Like, so I was talking about a cycle class. Yeah. I know what power cycling is, though.
For those of us that might not know, what is power cycling?
It's when you turn your shit off and you wait like 10 seconds and you turn it back on. It's supposed to keep the crap fresh, right? Like,
yeah.
You don't let your car run forever. You turn it off sometimes, right? Like, electronics are not supposed to run endlessly forever and ever. They're supposed to get a break, as we're supposed to get a break.
Putting it to sleep is not giving it a break.
No, you're actually supposed.
Yeah.
But as a project manager, I have like maybe 45 tabs open at any given time. I've got like documents open. And talk about minor inconveniences. I do not want to close the document and reopen it. That's just simply, that's not an option. So I'm going to leave the shit open until I do get the blue screen of death sometimes. And this computer is like
more
a year
than one
old.
time is questionable.
This computer's a year old.
So it's a new computer that you're just it's giving up the will to live.
I'm
right
power
now.
fucking into the ground.
Yeah, no.
I'm not power cycling.
No,
yeah.
No, you're ramming it.
Yeah, absolutely. I am giving it the people's elbow until it says no mo. So he says, I mean, turning it off and on, Lindsay. And I said, oh, no. He's like, well, when's the last time you did that? And I said, I don't know. He's like, what do you mean? And I said, I don't do that because I like to have my things. And remember, he's a man of few words. So he hits me with that, like, the little bubble pops up and then it goes away. And then the bubble pops up and then it goes away. And the bubble pops up and I'm like, this is more words than he's ever said to me, ever.
He's editing himself, right? So the first
you stupid fucking bitch.
Yeah, that's exactly what the first draft was.
I know. And we have a good relationship. So I feel like even if he had sent that, it would have been fine. I probably deserved it, to be honest. So he did tell me in more words than he normally did, which is probably a really corporate way of saying fuck you.
Yeah, no, it was for him.
And so he explained to me that I have to turn it off at least once a week. I don't do that. And
you don't do it on Fridays?
No.
For me, Fridays is rest day.
Fridays is a good day. And maybe, you know what? Here, I'll say it on air just to hold myself accountable. I will start doing that on Fridays. I feel like that is doable. During the week, it's totally not an option. But I have noticed, though, I've been working, like actively working. And I don't know if IT, maybe you know, I don't know if IT can do this from their side, but I have tried to save a document around mid-working and the shit it turns off. So I don't know if IT can turn my shit off.
I mean, it's not an improbability, but I'm going to guess it's probably because your computer is
computer's going on strike.
Yeah, your computer is suicidal. It's trying to, it's like... It's saying, please put me to sleep or I'm going to die. It's like if you've been awake for 48 hours and you're like, I can't take it anymore. I just need to go to sleep.
Oh, my computer's like addicted to cigarettes. And
it's definitely, it's chugging iced coffee like there's no tomorrow. Like, it's jittery, but it's not like awake.
I can't take it, boss. I'm tired, boss. Like, one more spreadsheet, you bitch. Come on.
How many tabs do you have open too? So it's like you have like 48 tabs open and it hasn't slept in 48 hours. Yeah. And it's just like
and it's so funny. In therapy, literally on Wednesday, I was talking about the mental load with my therapist, and she's like, well, explain that. What is the mental load? And I was like, well, you know, like when you have a computer and there's too many tabs open and it stops working good, that's the mental load, and I have that. So,
did you not realize as you were saying it that is the source of all your problems?
That I'm committing the same fucking crap. But it's like, you know, when this is, you know, if this has happened to you, I'm sorry. It's, you know, it is what it is. But if like something abusive has happened to you and then you start abusing people, it's like the sins of the father. I am the computer's stepdad, and I just, you know,
you beat the shit out of it.
The shit out of him. But it's because I got beat up. Nobody's asking about me. Everybody's worried about the stupid fucking computer. Nobody's worried about me.
Well, one is more expensive than the other.
Me and the computer.
You cost money to the company.
Yeah. That's true. I'm not an asset, right?
No.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know why we were talking about that, but we mentioned IT. Oh, turning off stuff. And that's an inconvenience.
Because my computer turned off. Yeah.
And
but you talked about spin, so I have an inconvenience about that too.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what it is, but the bike that I've been on recently, I don't know if it's me going too hard, if it's me being too heavy, if it's me doing things unknowingly, but the weights on the back of that bike, one of them keeps falling every single time I take a class. So by the time the instructor's like, grab a weight, I have to unclip, get off the bike, grab a weight from the ground, or, I mean, it's dark too, so you're walking around, you're like, you're trying to find this thing in the dark, you're like,
oh, sorry, ma'am. Yeah. I thought that was my weight.
Your hand goes into a wet spot, someone's been dripping sweat, you're like, that's great.
So, your weight then, is the inconvenience, so is it the getting off the bike part? Is it the searching for it?
I mean, I think it's all of it. Yeah, and it could be that the weight is too light.
Oh.
Because I use the 2-pound weight, so yeah.
Okay. Now.
No, the lights went off.
Yeah, all our lights went off.
Did we lose power?
That felt ghost-like. All the lights are off. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's not, those lights went off. Is it still recording?
A few moments later.
This is an inconvenience for Lindsay.
Dude, this was an inconvenience. Ghosts fucking up our lighting was an inconvenience. It's also a lot of other things for me, but in theme with the episode, it is an inconvenience. So wherever you are,
stop participating.
Stay on your side.
This is Two Salty Broads. That's not Two Salty Broads and two oohs.
You're not. and what? And
the oohs. That's what ghosts sound like, right?
Hey, ghosts, if that offended you, feel free to turn off all the lights again. Here's your chance.
Listen, if the lights are turned off, there'll be a Lindsay-sized hole in the wall.
100. And I'm out. And you can find another salty broad. I quit. So I was going to ask you, okay, Spin. You said it's pretty much everything when the weight drops, and you think that you have too light of a weight, and so maybe it's just bouncing out of there when you're really going for it.
Yeah.
So here's why not maybe up the weight?
No, absolutely not.
No. And is that because you don't want to be like doing it and then be like, oh, this is too heavy and everybody's watching me? Or like, why not just try?
I mean, the 2-pounder is too heavy and everyone's watching me. If I grabbed a 5-pound weight, you accidentally grabbed a 5-pound. Was it 5 pounds?
And I.
Yeah. How was that?
It was hard. It was a mistake.
Yeah.
It was a mistake.
Yeah.
Because the problem is like, look, I'm used to a situation. You do a curl, you do 8 of them, you sit for a second.
Yeah, no.
But like in the whole trendy cardio world, you're doing some bullshit for like 2.5 minutes straight.
Yeah.
I don't do much for 2.5 minutes straight. Not things that you can't talk about or can talk about on the air, right? I mean, hey.
2.5 minutes, really?
I think
35 seconds and you need a 45-second break.
Actually, hold on. Like, let's get weird with it. Let's say you're
stamina?
Like, yeah. Let's say you're like on top of the one salty researcher or some other nice fella.
I'm sorry if any of my family's listening to this.
It's just okay. You're married.
Okay, how long are you? Okay,
and what is it, like 2.5 minutes? Is that too long? I feel like that's.
I've never actually timed it. Have you?
No. I'm sitting there with a stopwatch, like, all right, yeah, that's good.
I know, but here's the thing. Your competitive nature would kick in immediately, right?
You're right, it would. If there was a Peloton version, like if you could get on and start having sex with people all at the same time, and like you could burn calories better than other people, I'm telling you.
Did you hear about that one woman that had sex with, I think I want to say like 500 people in one day?
Yeah, I think it was called the Indy 500 or something, right? Or In Her
Was
500
it?
or something.
Was it really?
Yeah, I think so. It was called something. It was called, oh gosh. Oh, dude,
No,
the lights just turned off again.
There's something messed up.
Okay, well, or
the
he
fuse
was
keeps popping. Don't keep trying it because it'll explode.
Lighting's not great, but it works.
Well,
Yeah,
we don't know that it wasn't them saying that they didn't like your impression.
it's a bit too late.
Okay, so I think it was called. I can't find it right now, but I thought she had called it like the Indy 500 or something like that.
That would have been a very like impressive name,
right? But here, fun fact, just saw this. It looks like she's trying to sleep with 600 people in 2024.
like the entire
And I don't know
year
if
or
this
in
is
one day.
I don't know if this is the same woman or not. No, in a year. So it looks like
Wow.
she had a goal in 2023 to sleep with 365 people. And this year she wanted to level up and sleep with 600 people. So almost double, which is, I don't know. That's like not even just a couple more. She wants to almost double it. And you know what? I got to say, like, she's pretty hot. Like,
Yeah.
somebody that says that, I'm not assuming much, but I might get in line. I don't know. You know, why not? You
I
might
mean,
you might
the
feel
problem
relieved you
is-
see me walk up. 2.5 minutes, man. Let's do this.
Well, and everyone was talking about it. I think it was another woman who was just bored and horny one day. And
so
she
500 in a row.
I don't know if it got up to 500, but I think her number went up because she texted and said, just line up outside my hotel room. And like,
what if you're like guy number like 78 though, right? Like she's not cleaning out, right? It's not like housekeeping comes in and resets for the next person. So you're cool with that?
I mean, some
at that
people
point
are.
there's like stalactites and stalagmites of jizz at that point. Why are you doing that? I don't know.
Desperation, man.
People are crazy. Like people they'll do shit. And I love it because, like, I'm not gonna do that.
No, but you like to watch it.
Well, wait.
No.
No.
Yeah. No. You're not watching that.
I like to hear about it.
Yeah, there you go.
Hear about it.
Yeah.
The next day on
a podcast.
A sanitized news article or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
You don't need to know details.
No, I know. I mean, I do. No, I'm a details person. Get in there. Tell me. How was it? Was it gross? Was it awesome?
How many minutes were you on
top
for?
How many minutes? That's what I'm saying. Stamina. I want to know, but I don't want to see it.
No.
Maybe I do. I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't.
I think she might have streamed it.
So you pay to go sit there. That's worse than being guy number 78. You're paying to watch guy number 78 do his worst. That's
his worst. The poor guy number 78. He's like, I gave her my best, man.
Well, worst, best, it's like, she's a bad motherfucker. It means like, good. Do your worst.
Oh, okay.
So
it's one of those words that don't mean what they actually mean.
You didn't hear my, like, what is it? Intonation?
No, I did not. It did not.
Did not sound like that?
It did not compute.
Shit.
My old ass did not understand it. So tell me some of your inconveniences.
Okay. So I'll start with something that I think that everybody could probably relate to. And then maybe I'll throw in some things that I think probably nobody can relate to. So this always fucking happens to me. And I go through a lot of emotions when it happens. Like there's like an anger spike. And then I forget about it and I'm fine. And then I get stressed again. So it's like a multi-leveled experience. I walk into the grocery store and immediately upon entering, I realize that my grocery bags, my reusable fucking grocery bags are in the car.
Yeah.
Now I'm
You're not going to
go. Walking
no,
back
no.
because the 40 steps it would take me to get back to my car simply too much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already thinking about all the things that I'm going to buy. So I go through the store, I get my things. I get a basket, not a cart, because I think I'm only going to get a couple things.
That's a rookie mistake. I used to do that.
Yes. And then my arm is always so fucking tired.
Because you have to get milk, and milk weighs a fucking ton.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much. And so I'm walking around, my arm's like shaking. There's a huge red mark. I look like an idiot. And then I go to checkout. And I usually go to the self-checkout because the checkout line will be like really long because it seems like over time we're losing the actual check stands, which I kind of dislike, but that's all right. I'll go to the self-checkout. I don't buy the plastic bags.
What are you doing? Are you grabbing your shirt and like...
I know. Listen. I'm telling you. I don't buy the bags. It's like I have the bags. They're like 1,000 feet that way. I have them. They're there. I can carry it. I can make it work. I can't make it work. And
How many times have you dropped your lettuce on the ground?
I've dropped shit for... No. I've dropped shit for sure.
You good?
No, not for a long time. So I've actually debated, and I don't buy the plastic bags. I told you this, and I debate stealing them after I check out because I'm like, well, they're only 10 cents. Nobody's gonna miss them because
that could be a felony. Because how many 10-cent bags?
Just
have
like
you stolen?
one, just to help with
one
the load.
every time you go grocery shopping.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. I look
Crime
at the
doesn't
pile
pay.
of shit that I've acquired and I'm like, oh, that was a mistake. But I can't go back in line and get 10 cents. I'm gonna be like, here's a bag, 10 cents. I don't have 10 cents on me. I'm not gonna swipe my card for 10 cents. Chase is gonna call me and be like, that sounds weird. And be like, I know, but here's the thing. And then go into like a 10-minute story. So I just think like they're not gonna miss a 10-cent bag, but then I don't steal it because guilt, right? I don't do that. And so now I Barnum and Bailey my way back to the car, right? And then people are always like, do you want help? No. I got here. I did this to myself. Let me do it. And then you got an armful of shit. How do you open the car?
Yeah, no.
I don't know. So you just figure it out. I drop shit all the time.
Yeah.
And then I just throw it in there, get it in the bag. So
And then you rinse and repeat.
I don't learn from my mistakes. So if I don't bring the grocery bag into the store, I have a totally minorly inconvenient experience, and it all adds up to one giant experience. And as I told that story, I realized that maybe it started off as something everybody can relate to, but by the end of it, I think I'm probably the only stupid fucking idiot in the world.
Well, it's because you double down, right? Like everyone else probably would have either been like, fine, I'll go back. And then they would have been like, you know what? I need milk. I'm just going to get a cart because it's easier. And no, when you have your mind set to something, you're like, by all means, I'm going to inconvenience myself until I can get to it.
To prove
just
a point.
like if you're on top and you're timing yourself, you will exhaust yourself and your partner. And he'll be like, please stop. And you're going to be like, I can keep going, though. I can keep going.
I can do this. No, you cannot.
No, I am done. There is an item of clothing that I normally find very inconvenient in general.
Am I going to have to guess, or are you going to tell me?
Do you want to guess? No. You should guess.
A bra.
That is a good guess, but it's not bra.
Okay.
Although
you don't
when
wear
you are
girdle,
wearing a bra,
do you?
no, I do. Fuck. How old do you think I am? Although I have to say, when you're wearing a bra and then the wire sticks out and
that
like
is
stabs
horrible.
you, no,
that's a good minor inconvenience.
It is. And then what do you do? Like, because I will take it off and I'll actually try to sew it. I'll sew it as many times as it takes because bras are expensive.
Oh man, see, you're awesome. I don't
You just
sew
throw it
it.
away?
I should just ask my roomie to help me out. No, what I'll do is I'll take the bra and I'll use the one side with the wire on the bra, like the cup that doesn't have the breakout, and then I'll use that to push the wire back in, and then I just put the shit back on.
Yeah, but then it just comes back out.
I know, but then same thing. I just push it back and then put it back on.
Yeah, but like, what if you're like in the middle of work, like in person, and now your boob is being slowly impaled?
Then I just show how tough and strong I am, and I just sit there and take it.
Okay, it takes almost nothing. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. What if I just took the underwire out?
Yeah, but isn't that like what makes your shit like up?
Yeah,
you know,
you're
because
right.
I'm
No,
wearing
you're
a what do they call it? Like a wireless T-shirt thing, and I do feel like it makes them very weirdly shaped. You know,
That's
it's
true.
like it's almost like when you go to those carnivals and.
Where are you going with this?
Like the fundraising carnivals.
Sure.
And like they have the ping pong things and you can like win fish in a bag. And you feel like you set that fish down.
And it just...
And just like the bag just kind of... I feel like that's what my boobs look like in a wireless, cupless bra.
Do they look like when you sit a fish bag down?
Like a fish bag from a carnival. A kid's
you're-
carnival.
So they're just like
Or
flat?
a bag of liquid. Yeah. No, they're not. Because like when you set the bag down, it just doesn't go all the way flat. It kind of just... I mean, look at it. It's not... It's like all...
It's
all
more like
spilling
when
out
you're
the
like
side.
holding it. Like when you're holding it.
Yeah, but... I don't know, man.
I mean, if you lay down, then it
makes
does the thing.
Well, yes, when you lay down, they
Yeah,
spill
yeah.
over like pancakes.
Yeah.
But
No, the item of clothing is socks.
socks...
I have a thing about socks.
Like, you don't like them? Or...
Well, no, I like them, and I'm wearing them right now because they keep my feet warm.
Yes.
But I can't sleep in them
No, I don't sleep in socks
because
either.
it's too much. It's too
Don't let your feet
uncomfortable.
breathe.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
them breathe.
And then I have a sensory issue. So whenever like if your feet are dry and you're putting on those microfiber socks, and it does the thing where it like catches on your skin as you're wearing it.
no.
Nobody else does that. Okay.
No, my feet are soft. They're not like alligators.
Well, I
so.
keep trying, but it's cold and dry. All right. Or when you're wearing boots or something and your sock starts to slip in your shoe.
That's horrible. I hate that.
Yep. Or when you're wearing an embroidered sock, so it's got like a bunch of patterns on it, and so the inside's got a bunch of like thread, and when you put the sock on, it goes in between your toes, like the thread goes in between your toes.
That I do hate. I
Yeah.
will agree with you about that. But I've never really thought about it. How do you feel about toe socks? Are those a no?
Oh,
for
I
you?
can't wear them because I fucked up toes.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Also, no, they're not comfortable. Do you think they're comfortable?
No.
Okay.
No.
'Cause they became a fad when we were in high school, and I
Yeah.
always wanted to like them, but
I had a pair, and Same thing. I wanted to like them, but I put them on and it just something didn't feel right.
It's almost like you got a bunch of toe jam, right?
Kind of. I couldn't put my finger on it. It's so, like.
Could you put your toe on it?
Fuck you.
But it was good.
It was okay at best.
That's fine.
With socks, would this be considered a minor inconvenience for you? Because I hold on to socks.
Oh, the holes?
Oh, no.
Do you have holes in your socks?
No, when I get holes, I get rid of them.
Okay. No, sorry. Continue. I thought that's where
when you
going.
hold on to like a sock that, and his partner is in the dryer, and you're just waiting for that friend to come back, and he's never coming back. But you just keep waiting. You keep waiting.
See, here's the thing. My socks divorce very easily. So if one is missing, or maybe one's in the bottom of the clean hamper and I just didn't see it, and it just gets thrown into the sock drawer, it'll live by itself. It'll be solo for a while until
you're breaking
I
up
it out.
sock families left and right.
And sometimes they try they try to be little sluts themselves, and they try to get matched up with other socks, and it doesn't match. But eventually, usually, they'll find each other again.
It's just hedonism in your sock drawer.
It is absolute like madness. It is Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sodom and Gomorrah in your sock drawer. Dang. Okay. I honestly didn't know you had a sensory issue with socks.
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what other issues do you have? Like, give me another inconvenience.
Okay. So especially right now, the weather's dry. I get chapped lips. So I can't go to bed without putting chapstick on. And then sometimes during the day, I'll have to, reapply. So, and this happens before spin all the time because I always forget to put, like, chapstick on before I head out the door. So I'm driving to spin, and I'm like, God damn it, I need chapstick. And so I start rummaging, right? You start, like, you open the center console, you stick your hand in there, you're like, where is it? Because you always have a car chapstick. Now, here's the problem, though.
You don't?
We are in fall, so my summer chapstick has melted.
What is a summer chapstick?
It is the chapstick that's just been sitting in your car all summer.
And it melted? You have weak-ass chapstick. I don't know what the fuck mine's
made out of.
It's
a lip smacker stuff. It's just the standard. Yours doesn't, like...
I got, like, Hawaiian Tropic and Chapstick the brand.
I park outside, though.
Oh.
In the sun.
Not in a nice garage.
You have a garage. No. Mine sits outside in the sun, and it melts so that when you open the thing, everything's on one side. The chapstick
then
bottle.
Maybe you could just, like, wrap your mouth around it.
I do,
just,
but
like,
it's
back and forth.
It's inconvenient, and it's not right.
Okay, so it's on brand. All right, it is inconvenient.
Yeah.
So
chapped lips.
Chapped lips. I get that. I
that.
get it. And I actually have, like, the corner right here is cracking.
Ooh,
so if I
that's the
open my mouth
worst.
too
I
wide,
can't.
it cracks and it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see me talking like I just got Botox, I can't afford Botox,
No,
but I
can't either.
can afford chapped lips,
That
apparently.
is also a minor inconvenience. Everyone else is not aging, and I'm just too poor to not age.
Your skin looks good, though.
Oh, thank you. So does yours.
You know what? Thank you. I don't know what's going on right now. Maybe I gave myself a facial because today at work I kept, like, I know you're not supposed to touch your face, but I was, like, rubbing the shit out of my face. I was getting really frustrated. So maybe that's why. I don't know. So my inconvenience, and this is a little bit of a self-audit. It turns out I say the F word more than I thought.
Well, yeah, listening back to our podcast, I realized I do the same.
Yeah. So my iPhone, this was a recent inconvenience, but no longer. So everybody knows fuck to duck, right? You say the word fuck and it turns to duck.
Yeah.
Because of my consistent use of that word.
Does duck turn to fuck?
No. But, like, when it happened and it would, I'm so ducking mad, that would piss me off. I hated that because it's like, I don't want people to read that, even though they know what I'm saying. I want them to read it. Read that 4-letter word. But I have said it so much that, like, I can type it now. It never, ever, ever goes to duck. So you can bully your phone into saying it correctly.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of a fun thing to share. But the fuck to duck thing was a minor inconvenience to me forever. And I only recently realized that my phone has given up, much like my laptop at work.
Yep. Well, no, your laptop at work is trying to kill itself at this point.
Yeah,
It wants you to put it out of its misery.
That's true. That's true.
Your phone is at least like, just give her what she wants. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
So going back to the car,
Mm-hmm.
like you're driving, you're hungry, you're gonna pull into a drive-through, right? You order yourself a Arnold Palmer. I don't know why I said
If
that.
I'm hungry
but
and I'm going to the drive-through, there's a 0%
no,
chance.
no. But you're like, okay, say you're going to Cane's, right? And you want
Okay.
an
A what?
Arnold Palmer. Arnold Palmer. Okay, so then you grab your drink, you try to put it in the cup holder, and it won't go in the cup holder because you have like some chingadera in there that's like either a hair clip or like
An earring?
Yep, and it just your drink won't sit properly.
That was
sucks.
how I burned my butthole, was because of an earring in my cup holder.
It was an earring?
It was an earring.
Huh.
It put the hot tea off kilter just enough before it spilled into my lap and onto my butthole.
Hey, Dan, how many minutes? 36 minutes before she
But
brought
I
it
had to, man. Come on. It was whatever. Fuck you guys. Duck you guys. I will say, so this makes me sound antisocial, but it's true. Elevator small talk. So
I have small talk on mine too.
okay.
Not specific to elevator. I just don't like any of it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But so I live in an apartment building, and so we run into situations a lot where we have to do this kind of, dance of like, do I talk to you? Do I not? And I try to, just to be a good neighbor, but fuck, it sucks the soul out of me. I don't enjoy it. Mostly because, like, I don't care about what you're saying. For the next 45 seconds, everything you're saying is literally, no pun intended, elevator music to me. Like, we're wasting time here together. That's all we're doing. It's really hot out there. Yeah, really scorcher. Fuck, like, oh gosh, the Angels, the Dodgers won the World Series. Wow, that's really cool. Wow. I don't care. Don't care. Nope, I don't care. Nope. Or like people want to talk about their dog. That I'm kind of into. So that's the small talk I can get behind.
Dogs are fine.
But
the
all
weather,
that other stuff.
No.
But and so I'll play along, but I have absolutely, like, I can tell, like, I could hold, and I do usually hold the door for people, but if I feel like they're far enough away where it doesn't look like a dick move, I won't. Because I'm like, not today. And there was one time, I think this is maybe what really solidified it as a minor inconvenience for me. I was leaving a dinner and I got the rumblies, right? And I'm like, uh-oh. I know what that means. I do know what that means. The countdown has started. And so I get into the elevator and there was some people and they wanted to talk about my dogs and they wanted to talk about whatever the hell. And when their floor, they were on a floor below me, okay? Their floor opened. They kind of lingered. They're trying to wrap up the conversation with me. Not only do I not care about this conversation, I am actively fighting for my life, okay? It was like the dam is about to break. You need to leave. Get off this elevator or I am closing it and you're coming up to my apartment with me. We can continue this conversation in there. And
what they're talking to you outside the toilet. You're like, yeah.
And to make matters worse, so it was a couple and then there was an extra person. The couple got off on the floor below me and then the extra person was on my floor. So I couldn't even like actively panic as soon as the doors closed. And I had to continue the small talk with this person, again, that I don't care about, and I'm actively trying not to shit myself. So the doors open and he's walking the same direction as me. So I can't run because it looks weird. Well, actually, I can't run probably for other reasons too, but I saunter as best I can, and as soon as I was out of view, I like went as quick as I could, and I almost legit didn't make it. Like that door flew open. I told the roommates, like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? How was it? I'm gonna shit my pants. I'll talk to you after."
What is it about getting home and suddenly like your butthole connects to Bluetooth or something? It's like
boop boop boop.
It's like you've been holding it for so long, but now
pairing. Oh, that's funny. That's real though. Like I've gone on trips. Real. You don't go at all. You come home and all of a sudden nothing else in this life matters than finding that toilet. I get it. I totally get it. So that's my. I don't like small talk, specifically in elevators.
Okay. For me, I was going to say Teams meetings, but sure. Yeah, yours is better.
Oh,
Yours is
Teams
worse.
meetings. You know, I don't join them unless there's enough people in there where I can get away with just smiling and nodding. Because, like, if it's just us two, again, then it's like, oh, yeah, how was Halloween? What'd your kid dress up as? A bumblebee. Awesome. Okay. Oh, great. Look, everybody's here. We can get started. I did have a Teams-related thing on there, and I know this is you two.
I might have written it and then deleted it.
Okay, you say what it was then.
When someone types, "Hi, Lindsay."
Literally, that's what I put. I said I said hi in Teams with no follow-up.
Yep. And then you say, "Hi, Sapita." And then I say, "How are you?" And you're like, "God damn it!"
Just say it. Just say it. Minor inconvenience, man. Just get to it. I don't have time for this. Don't have time for this.
Mm-hmm.
And when people say hi and they don't follow up, I actually don't. I leave them on, like, I saw your shit, but I'm not going to reply.
See, that gives me anxiety, though, because I'm like, you need something from me. And
you'll tell me.
No, I'm like, the sooner you tell me, the sooner I can just get it done and get it off my plate.
Okay.
Because usually, and I don't know if it's the same for you, but some of the times when they do that, it's like an actual emergency. And I'm like, why didn't you just get to the point right away?
This is true. I feel like maybe because the people that you're communicating with are not good at that. They're about as good as me spelling chocolate. So
it is. So what I learned, it's a cultural difference, right? Because I work with people globally, and a lot of people think that it's rude to just kind of be very abrupt about things and be like, "Hi, Sapita, I need you to do X, Y, Z." They think that's rude, so they want to do that pleasantries to show that, you know, they're not like ordering you around.
Okay. Well, you are ordering me around, so I'm going to think that way no matter what.
Yeah.
Whether you give me a, hey, how are you or not.
And I feel like they're not necessarily ordering me, but they're just informing me that, hey, something's broken and we need help.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. I have, when you are in bed, asleep, in the winter.
Love that.
Under the blankets, all warm.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have to get up to pee.
Oh.
And it's cold out there. And
like, have you just woken up to and you're trying to convince yourself that you're not awake yet? Or are you just
no.
chilling?
I gaslight myself to the bathroom
like,
and back.
I'm
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
asleep. Yeah.
My eyes are kind of like closed. But then, you know, you start thinking ghosts. So then you open your eyes.
No.
No?
Now that you've said that, I'll probably always think that.
Oh.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah, because I'm
Why'd
like,
you do that?
I'm walking around my house. I don't want to walk around with my eyes closed. Like,
Yeah, that's true. Your house is fucking haunted. My apartment's not. I did think it was, though.
someone did die there.
On the
2
floor.
people did die. I mean, I'm sure more people died. Apartments are actually, I'm going to say this, apartments, I would argue, are more haunted than houses.
Well, that's true. You got such a
Large population living
Smashing
there.
of-
Yeah.
I haven't seen too many, like, body bags be carried out or, like,
Well,
hearses or whatever. I
Maybe
don't
they
know.
have like
a chute.
yeah. You know that trash chute that you guys use?
That's why it smells so weird. Sometimes it smells really fucking weird. And I have thought, like, what if I killed somebody and I just chopped off, like, a piece of them and threw them in that, and just, like, a foot?
People
and then,
would catch it.
Would they?
Yeah.
Just, like, the foot, and then I waited a week, and then it was, like, the other foot, and I waited a
Well, it
week.
depends, right? Like, do you know this person? Do you have any connection to this person? Because
Why does that change the answer, man?
Because if you are a suspect,
Oh.
they're gonna look at the
Well,
trash
assume
chute.
it's random. It's random.
Like, you found a person in Pomona, and then you brought them back to your apartment to kill them. And
Why that
Now-
city?
I mean, I'm just thinking far enough away
Yeah.
to where they won't be like, you
All
know.
the people in Pomona are probably like locking their doors and windows right now.
Don't worry,
Sapita
all
the
you
night
need to
crawlers outside.
all you need to do is start doing small talk, and I'm just gonna be like, it's not worth it.
That's the best defense. Asking about the weather. Is the
Yeah,
best
you're like,
defense.
you know what? No, I can't.
What about when you, and this always, like, there's a quick spike of, like, I'm fucking pissed. All right, I'm all right. When you squeeze the condiment bottle and there's, like, the condiment jizz comes out.
The water, the psst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you always forget to shake it.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
I'll, like, open my sandwich. I'm so ready. I squeeze that mustard and it's just, like, the water or whatever.
And then that water just tastes salty.
Well, yeah, I guess it's just, like, the pre-cum. I don't know. It just...
What the fuck?
Don't.
Okay, all right.
Puritanical over there. Mm-mm.
When you get in the shower, first off, I'll be honest here.
Yeah.
I find showering sometimes very inconvenient. Like, I do it,
Yes.
but like I don't want to do it.
What if it's just inconvenient in general? Because like you're like, I don't want to get in. And then when you get in, you're like, I never want to get out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it.
It's just the whole thing's fucking inconvenient.
And it's a process, right? Because you got to wash your hair.
Mm-hmm.
You got to condition.
Mm-hmm.
You got to you got to use antibacterial soap. You
have to use antibacterial soap.
You don't use soap?
No, Nope, I just get the Home Depot bucket and I just splash myself and call it good. Yes, I use soap, but it doesn't say antibacterial soap.
Oh, see, they say, like, I read somewhere online that you should use antibacterial, like, bar of soap, and then you put it on a scrubby pad. Mm-hmm. You scrub it in, and then you use the scented stuff after, because the antibacterial is actually what's going to kill the bacteria. The scented stuff is just going to make you smell better.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So my Method Men's Sea and Surf body wash is not cutting it, is what you say. I have microbials on me.
I don't know. I just do this because I'm like, you know what? Better safe than sorry. And I also bought these loofahs that you can wash, so I don't have to have a loofah for 3 to 5 months.
Which you're not supposed to do. No, I think it's like a 30-day thing, but I mean, who does?
Do you change out? Yeah, your loofah every 30 days now.
I was not about to get high and mighty. I'm just pointing out that, like, I don't do that. You don't do that.
No, I don't do that. But showering is inconvenient as it is, but when you get in the shower and then you realize that the Sapita of yesterday forgot to refill the shampoo bottle.
And why is the shampoo always running out for the conditioner, you know?
I don't know. That is also
bullshit. That's an inconvenience.
Well, because they tell you have to rinse and then repeat, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe you're just using a little bit more?
Probably, but then why not make the conditioner bottle
smaller?
Bigger? What? No. Smaller.
Yeah.
The shampoo bottle bigger.
Yeah. I mean, so what I use a brand where I buy refills. So I refill it.
How sustainable
myself.
of you.
You would think that, but the refill bottles come in plastic as well.
No.
So I'm like,
Never mind.
I don't. Okay. Yeah.
Are the bottles you're refilling into aesthetically pleasing? Why fill those up? Why not just use the big replacement bottles?
Well, no, because the replacement bottles are just hard to squeeze. It's like a pouch. The other ones are an actual bottle. Yeah. But yeah, I've done that so many times where I have like very little shampoo left to no shampoo, so now I have to get out of the shower, grab everything, and yeah. Or when you forget a towel.
Mm-hmm. I've done that. Mm-hmm. I've gone to the gym and showered and forgotten a towel. I volunteered in an aquarium and I've showered. Mm-hmm. And then at that moment I realize I have no towel. Mm. What am I supposed to do? There's nothing to dry myself off with. So you literally
you've never done that at home, right? Because
no,
I have
towels at home.
You have about 35 towels hanging up in your bathroom, and I never know which one to use for my hands.
The hand towel that's by the sink. Or really, grab one.
There's so many towels out there.
Just grab one that catches your eye. I don't know. Look,
I don't know which one's been on your ass, though. Yeah.
Anything that's green and orange, stay away from. Because those have been near my ass. How about that?
Okay, so now it's color-coded every time we go to their house. And you have to use Lindsay's bathroom. Just know, the brown one is safe. The green and orange ones.
The big bath towels that are green and orange. Don't touch those ones.
Yeah. Okay.
The thing is when I was growing up, my mom, I'm not sure why she thought this. Maybe it was a 90s kid thing. Maybe I'm alone on this island. I don't know. But she would get beach towels a lot for like the other holidays. So Valentine's Day, Easter, Halloween, even 4th of July probably. I was getting beach towels for like every holiday, maybe even Arbor Day, Yom Kippur. I don't know. I was getting beach towels on beach towels. I don't know why, but that's what a lot of those are. And they're adorable.
But you only need one at a time.
Yeah, but now if like 50 people want to come over and go swimming, I got you.
Are most of those towels clean then? I assume that they were like used.
The ones on the floor? Or the ones that are nicely folded?
No. The ones that are hanging. I'm not even talking about the ones that are.
The ones that are hanging, there's like one bath towel that's on the wall.
To God, there were at least 8 that were hanging. Last time I went there,
bitch.
She's got 3 on one hook on the door.
No, that's a robe. That is a robe
and a towel. Then because it's
I
two
have an
different fabrics. There were two different fabrics, and then you have like 6 to 8 hanging on the wall.
How big's my wall?
It's literally piled on top of each other. I don't know. Do you use one and you're like, okay, that's it, and then it's like you're peeling off
My layers of skin.
Yeah, your layers
I
of skin.
have one bath towel that's hung up. When I'm done with it, it comes off the hook and it goes on the floor until laundry. I have a folded tower of towels, and there's a rack of nice folded bath towels that I use. Once that one that's hung up goes on to the floor.
There are like 8 of those that are folded on that rack.
There's 2.
I don't know. It feels like there are 8.
Okay, it can feel like any number that you want, but it is 2. We will take a grand circle tour of my bathroom, and you can audit the
one
towel
word
situation.
to describe your bathroom, it would be towels.
I choose to think of it as wonderfully eclectic because I have that wall of bathroom photos. So,
and pee pads on the ground just in case you miss.
Just in case I miss. To be clear, the pee pads are for my chemo cancer dog who can't hold his shit anymore. So, and if I had to use it in a pinch, then so fucking what? Okay.
It would have probably come in handy when those people were trying to talk to you, right? Because if you had missed,
just wrap it around me and like a diaper. And
yeah.
Okay. I drink coffee slowly.
Oh.
As a smooth transition for you, I drink coffee slow. So slow that I have to microwave it after it's cooled off.
Why don't you get like one of those coffee warmers?
I should.
Yeah.
I really should. And I microwave it probably more than the FDA would say is safe for like dairy, you know? Like how many times are you supposed to microwave?
I'm going to buy you a thermos
Creamer.
for Christmas.
And so
Damn.
So the thing is, though, I hate having to get up to go microwave it, and then I go sit down to answer a call, and it fucking sits there, and then it beeps. I feel like Rumi Amber is laughing because she's probably noticed
seen
this
it?
pattern, and it probably pisses her off.
Yeah.
It's a minor inconvenience because it goes beep beep, beep beep. Beep beep, and every time it beeps, like shut the fuck up, and it's like I could fix this. I could just go over there and open it.
I'm gonna buy you a
just
thermos.
keeps
That way
beeping.
you can drink it slowly, and you won't have to refill it, and the FDA won't get mad at you.
What if I just get one of those little warmers? I actually used to have one.
Yeah, but I was thinking about it, and I was like, probably not.
Why not?
It's fire hazard.
Fire hazard. What if it's like a battery?
What's your like gripe against a thermos?
Nothing. But I have thermoses. It's just not a coffee cup.
What?
You know?
You can't drink out of a thermos?
No, I can, but like, when what happens to my coffee cups? They're not going to get used.
Use them when you're drinking
Thermoses are for
quicker.
outside.
I
can see the vein on your forehead, man.
I'm trying to understand, right? Because you have thermoses. You have something
I do. Yeah.
in your kitchen that will solve your problem.
Yeah, I have one that says pimp on it.
Yeah, okay. And
I mean,
maybe I'm just relatable.
I think that's what's happening here is that I'm just on my weird little bullshit. Let me give you something that maybe will bring me back onto the side of normalcy.
Maybe. Okay.
So we don't like try to end this with everyone thinking that I'm a psychopath. So how about when you are, and this does make me mad, and it is an inconvenience because it's like, what was the point of that? You're slowing me down. When you are changing lanes, you're trying to come over, and someone speeds up, so they are actively not letting you over.
Oh, yeah, those dicks.
Only to then get into the lane that you were originally in, when they could have just slowed down, and you guys could have just done an even switch.
Well, I mean, that's just, that's you wanting people to be a decent person. And I feel like when people are on the road, they don't think of other drivers as people. They think of them as just other like objects, and they get frustrated, and then they do dick moves like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they're thinking of them as people, then you are a bastard, sir. And like,
oh, shit.
you should rethink your life, because when you're zippering onto a freeway, right? And then there's one guy always that's like, nah, dude. And it's like, You're the one that's slowing down traffic. You want to know why there's traffic? Because people like you are being dicks. Or when everyone's zippering and then one person that's merging onto the freeway is like, I'm going to get into that. I want to get 4 cars ahead. So I'm just going to get into the, what is it?
Like shoulder or
Yeah,
whatever
shoulder,
and just
yeah.
stream down that thing. I know. It's fucked up. That actually happened to me. So it was the first time I went onto a freeway, I was terrified. Like,
I mean, all of us probably were. I mean,
Yeah.
I was like white knuckling.
Totally.
Yeah.
And my instructor, because you know how they have the pedals on their side, I was slowing down going up the ramp, and he's like, Lindsay, you got to go faster. And I said, I can't. And so he hit the gas, which overrides my brakes. And so the car's going faster as I'm hitting the brakes, which is a very scary feeling, by the way. And I'm like on the freeway, and I'm thinking it's okay. He's like, okay. And then somebody did that. They got into the shoulder, went screaming down at like 90, and he held down his horn. And so I was like, and the instructor was like, I swear to God, it's not always like that. I am so sorry. The freeway is not always like that. Liar.
Yeah, no.
It is always
the
like that.
55 is always like that.
It's just you get dead inside and you get numb to it.
And you're just like,
And you
it
start
is
pulling-
what it is. However, impossibly small on-ramps. You and I have experienced this
That's
coming
true.
back from
That's true.
I forget where it was.
We were doing a spooky swap meet in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and then we went on the on-ramp, and it was literally, it wasn't even an on-ramp. You're
Probably about
basically
100
just,
feet long.
Yeah, you're turning onto the freeway.
Yeah.
And so it's like, my car can't even accelerate that fast.
Well,
are you kidding me?
It did that day.
Yeah,
Like,
you have to get into the shoulder in order to even get onto the freeway safely.
That's true. You just figure it out. But that
Bro.
Los Angeles built different, though. Los Angeles, one giant minor inconvenience.
It honestly, you know what? Let's end on that. Los Angeles, getting anywhere in Los Angeles. I used to live there. I used to live near downtown in the Arts District. And I was about a mile away from the closest Ralph's. And I only went there once because it took me 35 minutes
to go 1 mile.
to go 1 mile. And I almost had to pay for parking because when you go into the parking lot, you have to get like a ticket. And if you forget your ticket,
You have to pay.
yeah, you have to pay. And
Bullshit.
so I started to walk to the Korean market, and honestly,
Good food.
it was the produce is better. I had more variety. Like I couldn't get like, American staples, but you know what? It forced me to cook more often or order.
Well, good
in.
for you. So
Yeah.
minor inconvenience,
Yeah,
maybe not. It turned into a good thing.
I didn't explore much of LA when I lived there because I couldn't be bothered to sit in traffic.
I think that happens. People just kind of get locked into their like little communities or
Yeah.
boroughs or whatever you want to call them, just because like
It takes
not
like
gonna-
2 hours to get to the other side, like Culver City.
Exactly.
No, I'm not. No.
so LA, you are one big giant
Yeah.
fucking inconvenience.
And I have to say, even if it is only a 30-minute drive, sitting in that traffic,
it makes you mad.
it does.
It makes you mad.
Traffic
Everybody else
makes
is aggressive.
me very mad.
Like people are honking, they're cutting you off.
Yeah.
Like you hit every red light. The
Yeah.
lights are also very short.
They're very short, and it's one-way streets.
And or like the turns, like the turn lane is like a completely separate lane. So if God forbid you're on the other side, you got to try to get to the dedicated turning lane, which is going to be blocked off in about 100 feet. Total nightmare.
Yeah.
Total nightmare.
When I was living out there, I got very used to just being like, I'm going to turn. If you're going to hit me, you're going to hit me. Because that's how you have to drive out there. Especially downtown. Because you're like, no one's going to let you through. Your blinker's been on for about 2 miles and no one's letting you through. At one point, you just got to be like, all right, let's play chicken.
That's true. I actually know somebody who said, "Oh, I used to hit cars all the time in LA." It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
and?
bumpers are jacked out there. Yeah.
and that's normal? Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Minor inconvenience.
Minor inconvenience.
That's starting to become a major one, though, if you're having to, like, get auto body work.
I mean, I don't live in LA anymore, so I got out. But I have to say about Los Angeles, the food and the diversity,
awesome.
awesome.
But fuck your infrastructure. Fuck
Yeah.
it to hell.
Yeah, traffic, can't do it. Honestly, and it sucks because the traffic and the infrastructure really puts me off visiting more often because we're not that far away.
No.
But man, what an inconvenience.
What and like, fuck it. If I can't get coffee out my microwave, you think I'm driving to LA?
Yeah. I mean, I have to drive to LA.
No.
I have to drive to LA on Saturday, and I'm like dreading it because it's going to take me about an hour and a half to get out there.
Bless
So,
you. Bless
I
you.
know.
You can listen to our podcast on the
I
way
can
down.
listen to our podcast. That's exactly it. You know what? I don't think my cousin's even listening, but to the cousin I'm going to be visiting, I love you that much. That's why I'm going out there. Although she loves LA, she's going to be like, shut the fuck up.
She can love it. It's an inconvenience.
It is an inconvenience.
That's all.
All right. Well, what are your inconveniences? Email us at twosaltybroads@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok. I'm Sapita.
And I'm Lindsay.
Thanks for listening. And remember, stay salty.
salty.